Hello there, this is Peter Beckenham from Thai Village Marketing. Today I'm talking about leadership again, but in particular, decision making. If you're a leader and you can't make a decision, then your team's not going anywhere and neither are you. And if you have trouble making a decision, you should rethink whether you should be a leader. Most people have difficulty making a decision because they're scared of a little word, just with 2 letters. It's called no. After all, it's a well-known statistic that 44% of people give up trying to get someone to make a decision after the first attempt. Another 22% give up after making it 2 attempts. 14% will give up after trying 3 times. And 12% will give up after making 4 attempts. And that means 92% of people have given up getting people to make a decision after 4 attempts. But it's also very well known that most people will not make a decision instantly. I mean, yeses don't mean successes, especially in network marketing. Often people say yes way too quickly. They buy a dream in terms of instant cash that is not real, and they are very quick failures. So when 92% of people have given up after 4 attempts, they've also lost out on a huge opportunity, because more than 60% of people will not make a decision until they've been approached about that issue at least 5 times. And if you're still there, then you've got the market to yourself. So the message is to hang in there, believe in yourself, and accept that no's are not a personal thing. It's a decision-making capacity that you hope to go through as a leader. And you will be a winner if you do that. So as a leader, do not try to avoid situations where you think there may be a no. It's natural, it's human nature. Take those situations head on. Show your team how you can make a decision. Okay? And remember, no often means not yet. You just got the timing wrong. That's all there is to it. A good leader will make a decision. Sometimes they're right and sometimes they're wrong. But at least he's made or she's made a decision. The problem is many leaders give up way too quickly. And that reflects on their team. Now I'll give you an example of that. I know here is an example of a leader that gave up way too quickly and it really impacted on their team. Why do I know that? Because I'm in that team. Let me show you what I'm talking about. In there behind those trees is our house. And what I want to show you is an example of a decision accepted by our leader of our village that wasn't so good. Now if I just come out quickly, there is the road outside our village. So you can see it running up there. And if I swing the camera around, sorry about that, if I swing the camera around, that's the other end of this road. This road is very heavily trafficked with pickups, with motorbikes, with heavy trucks and rice machines, etc. Unfortunately, for 4 months during the year with the monsoons, it's absolutely impassable. Now if you look up in the distance there, you'll see a cement road. There it is. Sadly, however, this is an example of a leader accepting a no decision way too quickly. Now leaders should be able to both accept no's, give no's, but do it in a smart fashion. And in this case it wasn't so smart. What happened was the leader went to a meeting with the government officials about funding for this road, because it's a big problem and it's been for years. And the government said no. God bless him, the leader didn't give up after the first no and asked again. And the government officials said, well, okay, but we only got enough to fund maybe 30% of the project. The leader said, oh, that is really good, it's better than nothing, and he left. And as you can see, that's what we got, about 30% of the project. The rest of it's unpassable for 4 months of the year. The crazy thing is, just 3 or 4 days ago, we were talking to that same government official, and he said if the leader had asked one more time, then they probably would have found the money to finish the project. But he didn't do it. And it's too late now because the money's been allocated to another project. We have to wait for another year. So there's an example of a leader who'd accepted no way too quickly, and in this instance lost out, and his team, our village, lost out as well. That's the example I want to give you. Okay, let's get back to more about leadership and making the right decisions. So there you are. There's an example of a leader who gave up too quickly, who didn't go past the first no. Now, as a leader, especially in network marketing, you have to learn that simple principle. Not to give up too quickly. Learn to hang in there, okay? But there's another aspect in decision making as a leader. You have to learn to say no. You should not accept just anybody into your team. Just recently I read a book. It's called Go for No. And it talked about the 4 SWs that are key and critical to the success of any leader, especially in network marketing. The first SW, some will. Sure, some people will succeed. Most people won't. The second SW, some won't. That's accepting reality. 95% of the people who join network marketing currently fail. The third SW, so what? Does it really matter? Don't waste your time and energy with people, as a leader, who are not going to make it. Put your energy and all your conviction into those who are going to take massive action, who are going to run it as a business, not as a hobby, who are going to try and leverage all the ideas you're passing on to them about running a business system. And that leads us to the 4th SW, someone's waiting. There's always someone waiting for the opportunity. And those 4 SWs sum up your role as leadership as far as I'm concerned. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting. If you accept that and stop taking things emotionally on board in terms of the no's that you get, then you'll be a far more effective leader. I mean, it basically comes down to that sometimes you got to hold them, sometimes you got to fold them, sometimes you got to know when to quit, okay? No, don't worry, I'm not going to burst into song. But that's what it's all about, being a leader. The capacity to make a decision, learn from your mistakes, and show your team that you're going in a certain direction. I hope you found that useful. Best wishes. Implement what you can of it. See you soon. Okay, bye for now.